all. As you are aware that we are conducting mock interviews technical round here in which we cover all the important questions which were asked in previous technical interviews or face-to-face interviews taken by IT companies. Okay, so we have Nivesh Bansal today for this session. Hello Nivesh,
Hello, ma'am.
how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's start with our session. So firstly, I would like to know, Nivesh, are you aware of the operating systems?
Yes, I am aware of operating systems.
Okay. So which operating system are you currently using?
I'm using Windows operating system.
Windows operating system. Okay, all right. So tell me, Nivesh, what is a scheduling algorithm?
Scheduling algorithms. So,
Yeah.
scheduling algorithms is the algorithms which tells us how much CPU time we can allocate to the processes.
Okay. So what is the relevance of such algorithms in operating system?
The purpose of the scheduling algorithms are
Hmm.
is to maximize the CPU utilization and maximize the throughput and minimize the turnaround time and waiting time.
Okay. Can you name different types of algorithms?
There are two types of algorithms. First is
Hmm.
preemptive scheduling algorithm and second is the non-preemptive scheduling algorithms. In preemptive scheduling,
Okay.
in between the process execution, the process get suspended because of new process waiting with higher priority. And in non-preemptive scheduling, process is getting the CPU for its whole execution and not suspended until it completes its execution. And under these two types, there are following various types of algorithms like first come first serve, priority based,
Hmm.
shortest job first, round robin. These are the
Okay.
algorithms.
You have got it right. All right. So now tell me about the concept of virtual memory. Have you heard this concept?
No, ma'am, I haven't heard this concept before.
Okay, no issues. Let me ask some different question. Yeah. Now tell me, Divesh, how will you handle the starvation problem?
Starvation problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so I use the aging technique to handle the starvation in operating
Hmm.
system. In aging, we increase the priority of the processes that does not get resources.
Okay. Okay. Now tell me, Nivesh, what is indexing?
Indexing. Okay,
Yeah.
so indexing is a technique to efficiently retrieve the records data from the database.
And what is the need of indexing?
Need is to enhance the query performance and provide the fast searching.
All right. What are TCL commands?
TCL, there are two TCL commands. First is the commit command and second is rollback command.
So, as you mentioned, rollback command. What is the purpose of it?
Rollback is used to undo the changes that have not already been saved to the database.
Is it possible to undo all the changes made to the data using rollback?
No, it can only be used to undo that changes since the last commit.
Fine. Okay. Now, Nivesh, can you differentiate between order by and group by clause?
Order by and group by clause. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Order by clause is used to sort order the data in a particular manner. By default, it orders the data in ascending order. But if we want to order the data in descending order, then we have to specify desc after order by clause. And whereas the group by is used to group all the data having similar property.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good attempt. Okay, now tell me, Nivesh, what do you understand by the wrapper classes?
Wrapper classes. Okay, so wrapper classes is a classes that allows primitive types to be accessed as the objects, and it is a class whose object wraps or contains the primitive data type.
Okay, all right. Okay, now how is the object-oriented programming different from procedural-oriented programming paradigm?
Okay, so object-oriented programming paradigm focus on the real-world objects and classes, whereas
Okay.
whereas the procedural oriented programming operates on the functions. And in object-oriented programming, we can specify the scope of particular data by using access modifiers. For example,
Can't we specify the objects in procedural-oriented programming?
no, ma'am, we can't. And
Oh,
we can specify the scope of a particular data by using access modifiers. For example, we have public, private, protected, and the default one. And in procedural object oriented, we can't use access modifiers, which implies that the entire data can be accessed freely anywhere in the program. And example of the object oriented is Java, Python, and Ruby. And example of procedural oriented programming is C assembly language.
okay. As you mentioned, example of object-oriented programming is Java, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now tell me, is Java 100% object-oriented programming language?
No, ma'am. Java is not 100% object oriented
Why?
programming language because it supports and make use of primitive data type, which is contradictory to the fact of object oriented. And static methods can access a static variable without using an objects, which is again contrary to the object oriented paradigm.
Okay,
These are the
fair enough.
reasons. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's it for today, Nivesh. So it was nice meeting to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.